Hello everyone and welcome to Octagon News, your go-to source for the latest news and updates from the world of MMA. Conor McGregor isn't holding back as he scolds Irish MMA fighters who praised Habib. Donald Cerrone faces a brutal fact check after comparing Istanbul to India during his hair transplant reveal. Sean O'Malley makes his stance clear, pulling for Merab over Umar at UFC 311 while eyeing a mid-year title shot for his return. MMA veteran Matt Hamill kicks off the new year with a life-changing breakthrough that has fans buzzing. Stay tuned as we dive into all this and more. Let's get started. Sean O'Malley believes a title shot should be next for him no matter who holds the bantamweight title after UFC 311, but he definitely has his preference of opponent. He lost the title last year when Merab defeated him, and now he wants a rematch with Merab, or if Umar wins, then Umar. One thing is for sure, he wants a title shot. Ideally, Merab beats Umar and I get the rematch, but if Umar wins, it'll be Umar. That's what I want next is a title fight. Hopefully mid-next year, so the winner of that fight's coming up very, very soon. Do you think Sean O'Malley deserves a title shot? Who would you like to see him fight in the Octagon? Since he was a champion once, do you see him reclaiming the bantamweight title? Share your opinions in the comments below. Former UFC fighter Matt Hamill had a life-changing breakthrough to kick off the new year. Hamill, the first deaf fighter to compete for the UFC, announced that he can now hear for the first time in his life after getting a new digital hearing aid. I just got the most powerful digital hearing aids ever made. For the first time in 41 years, I can finally hear my kids' voices, the sounds of people walking and laughing. I finally heard my mom's voice and she cried. I'm looking forward to hearing my brother Pat's voice too. I only hope he doesn't have a voice like a foghorn. This is awesome, although I know it will take time to adapt to all of this. Happy New Year. Controversial or not, Hamill is the only fighter to hold a win over current UFC heavyweight champion Jon Jones, a disqualification for illegal downward elbows at the Ultimate Fighter 10 finale in December 2009. Hamill went 10-5 in his UFC run and also competed on the third season of The Ultimate Fighter. We're genuinely happy for Matt Hamill that he can now hear the voices of his loved ones. Though let's be honest, the real challenge begins now, listening to his wife's endless reminders about taking out the trash. Forget the Octagon. This is the fight of his life. Donald Cerrone is catching some heat after comparing Istanbul to India during an in-depth explanation of his recent hair transplant surgery. This year has been a wild one for Cowboy, as the fan favorite announced his planned return to UFC in 2025. It's unknown at this time who Cerrone will fight in his Octagon comeback, but fans are torn over his return. What's even more confusing is Cerrone's new look. After recently receiving a hair transplant that took care of his baldness, it's difficult to recognize him compared to what he used to look like. It's hard to blame the former UFC contender because most would do the same if they had the money and time to do it, but others are hating on his decision.
Now Hair Time is the company I went with, and it's world class. Like the hospital's world class, the facility's world class, the hotel's a 5-star, like everything about it is world. Well, I'm thinking I'm going to Istanbul, Turkey, and watching things on social media and the little Indian guys making hamburger sandwiches on the, like that's the place I think I'm going. Like in my mind, I'm thinking Istanbul's going to be a lot like India, and it's going to be just some dude pulling one dude's tooth on the side of the road, me getting hair plugs next to him. You know, I didn't know what was going on. When they went to put the IV in my arm, I was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" They're like, "Oh, this is so we can like put you under and give you some numbing medicine." I was like, "Yeah, I'm not waking up with no kidneys hot spots. Let's go run it." I just sat there and let him hammer away.
Conor McGregor didn't hold back on Irish fighters for singing the praises of Habib. In a recent clip posted by the PFL MMA promotion, Habib shut down the notion that Ireland has a bevy of great fighters in combat sports. The retired UFC Hall of Famer questioned who was at the top of the list for Irish MMA athletes besides two names. In a since-deleted post on X, Conor McGregor made it clear that he took note of fighters from Ireland who were complimentary of Habib in the past. Loads of Irish fighter licking his arse years. Then he says yous are all shit. Top Bellator title contender Paul Hughes recently fired back at Habib on social media, claiming the Dagestan legend can thank McGregor for his fame. Hughes will be challenging Usman for the Bellator lightweight championship on January 25th. In addition to returning fire on Habib, Hughes also said fighters from Dagestan are known for failing drug tests. What do you think about Habib's statement regarding the Irish MMA scene? Do you agree with him or do you have a different opinion? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. And that's it for today's news. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates from the world of MMA. Until next time, stay sharp and keep your guard up.